ERIN had fallen on hard times, as Inside Edition discovered in this report in 2012.
I'm doing great. So what do you want?
Well, I'll continue on to keep on training these young kids and adults, make themselves healthy and strong.
Most celebrities in Hollywood have these inspiring rags to riches tales about working their way up from having nothing. Although thanks to drug abuse and poor financial planning, we also have many unfortunate tales of people having everything only to lose it all. What's going on, film fanatics, and welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. My name is Johnny Rogers, and if you happen to be new here, we cover all things television, movies, and anything beyond the screen, so tap that subscribe button to join our notification squad. That way you don't miss another video. And leave us a comment down below with what movie or TV show has changed your life. Also, make sure you stay all the way until the end of this video, because that's where we feature and answer some of your comments. Now, without any further delay, let's get right into today's list of the top 10 celebrities who became homeless. In at number 10, Margot Kidder. We mentioned Margot in our Actors That Lost Everything video, but her situation definitely merits being brought up in this one as well. Kidder was the original Lois Lane and dated some of Hollywood's leading men like Richard Pryor and even famous politicians like Pierre Trudeau. After suffering from schizophrenia and manic depression, she refused treatment, which ultimately led to her fall from grace. Plagued by paranoia, she would routinely sleep in cardboard boxes in backyards around LA in 1996. With her front teeth missing and her hair hacked off, she looked far different than her early appearances in Hollywood films. In at number 9, Sugar Ray Williams. From the late 1970s into the middle of the 1980s, Sugar Ray was the captain of the New York Knicks. He would also go on to play for the Boston Celtics for the 1985 NBA Finals. However, by the time that 2010 rolled around, the Boston Globe released a very sad report saying that Williams was found sleeping in the backseat of his 92 Buick in Florida. During an interview, Ray said that the NBA should be taking better care of their retired players, citing that he isn't the only one that needs the assistance. He would go on to say, "When I played the game, they always talked about loyalty to the team. Well, where's the loyalty and compassion for ex-players who are hurting? We open the door for these guys whose salaries are going through the roof." In at number 8, Bobby Driscoll. Bobby Driscoll rose to fame as a child star after appearing in movies like So Dear to My Heart, The Window, and Treasure Island. In 1950, he even won an Academy Award. However, 6 years later, he was arrested for marijuana and apparently for being in possession of other hard drugs as well. The saddest thing with Bobby is that much like other child stars, he quickly went from having all of the focus on him to having absolutely nothing. Not too much is known about what Bobby was doing after his arrest, but what we do know is that his body was found by 2 children in an abandoned building in New York. This was in 1968, so we're assuming that he had been living on the streets for a while at that time. In at number 7, Sly Stone. At the peak of his career, Sly Stone was the biggest name in music. As the lead in the legendary funk band Sly and the Family Stone, he owned multiple homes throughout the United States. One of his properties was a full-on vineyard in Napa Valley. Although after being cheated out of millions of dollars in royalties, he was forced to start living in a van. Sly's record label confused him early on with contracts that he could never really understand. Without help and someone looking out for Sly, they essentially robbed him of everything. From 1989 to 2009, he received 0 royalty checks despite being responsible for hit songs like Everyday People and Dance to the Music. Thankfully, Sly's luck has turned around in 2016 when he was awarded $5 million in damages after suing his former manager and lawyer. In at number 6, Alex Lambert. This one is a bit of a debate, and depending on whose side you take, the stories are vastly different. Alex Lambert traveled from Texas to LA to pursue a career in music, and his first stop was an audition for American Idol. After coming up short and not winning that season, Lambert vowed to stay in LA until something happened with his music career. He has been quoted saying that he would rather live in his car than go home and give up on music. However, the PR at Idol Production refuted that, saying that he's not homeless and that they don't know where that came from. The spokesperson added that Lambert had a development deal, which meant that he should be able to pay for housing. In at number 5, Iran the Blade Barkley. Iran Barkley had an amazing boxing career, making a total of $5 million, but his retirement was not so kind. With no money coming in and the industry not taking care of its legends, Barkley was left penniless and unemployed. Come 2010, the New York Post was reporting that the former boxing champ was now homeless after being evicted from his Bronx apartment. Thanks to the work and support of the Bronx nonprofit Bronx Works and the boxing charity Ring 10, they were able to set Barkley up with at least housing and some assistance. Before that though, we had a boxing legend that was sleeping in subway cars and anywhere he could find on the streets. In at number 4, Houston McTear. He was once referred to as the world's fastest human after this two-time Olympic qualifier tied the world record for the 100-meter dash, a record of 9 seconds that he tied while still in high school. After leaving Florida for Los Angeles, he even tried his hand at boxing with masterclass coaching from the likes of Muhammad Ali and Harold Smith. Although when America decided to boycott the 1980 Summer Olympics, it left MCTEAR with no platform to stand on. Because of this, he fell into utter obscurity, drug abuse, and before long, homelessness. For a while though, he was found sleeping in various spots on Santa Monica Beach. In at number 3, ERIN MORAN. At the age of 14, ERIN was a household name. Her role as Joni Cunningham on ABC's Happy Days boosted her career into the limelight. Although unfortunately for ERIN, the happy days did not last long. After falling on hard times, the Daily Mail released an article in 2012 showing a photo of the 51-year-old being kicked out of the trailer where she was living. According to the article, ERIN's husband was tired of her hard partying ways and decided to kick her out. I mean, I don't blame him. The publication reporting on that said that ERIN was bouncing from motel to motel around the country trying to stay off the streets. Later that year though, her and some former castmates of Happy Days sued CBS for not paying them properly for their merchandise revenue. Eventually they settled this in court, with each receiving a payment of $65,000. In at number 2, Rocky LOCKRIDGE. Rocky LOCKRIDGE was another boxing legend. He was responsible for serving Roger Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather's uncle, with his first big loss. That first round 98-second knockout gifted him with the WBA Super Featherweight Championship. Although his decline was slow and painful to watch, LOCKRIDGE had a terrible problem with drug abuse, and while homeless he suffered from a stroke, a devastating hit to his health that would force the former champ to start walking with a cane. His family had finally had enough of his drug abuse and decided to have an intervention.
I still love you.
Yeah, that is Rocky LOCKRIDGE. Sadly, this only turned the poor man into a meme instead of rejuvenating his outlook on life. Last but not least, at our number 1 spot, Gary Glitter. Gary Glitter was an English glam rock singer that achieved great success in the music industry throughout the 1970s and into the 1980s. He was known for his extreme glam image, suits made of glitter, makeup, and platform boots. People flocked from all over to watch his energetic live performances. It was rumored at the time that he may be a pedophile, but his fans stuck by him regardless. However, upon visiting Vietnam, Gary was arrested and taken to prison for sex-related crimes against underage women, where he served 16 years in Vietnam jail. Being locked up abroad did not exactly help his glamorous image. He tried to return to normal life at his home in England, but as you can imagine, was feared and hated by all of his neighbors. The world was made aware that this guy was a huge creep, and no one wanted to raise their kids anywhere near him. With that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled Top 10 Celebrities Who Refused the Oscars. Tiff Prendergast says, Polanski should be in jail, Woody too. I 100% agree with this comment, and you have my support. Crazy Turtle Mama says, welcome Johnny, I love the energy you bring to the screen. I felt like you were actually talking to us. Hope you stay, you are a good addition to the BTS family. Oh, thank you so much. How nice is that? I really appreciate your comment, and I hope you have a great day, you crazy turtle mama. Max Del Bar says, I thank you ever so much for shaving your bacon stash. Oh, how much better it makes you the bacon overlord look. Oh, the bacon grease stash will return, but only when it starts to act normal. CJ Everyday Gaming Fun says, hey Johnny, Bacon Overlord forever, and Luke Perry should have won a Lifetime Award or something. Hashtag Bacon Overlord forever, I like that. And Luke Perry should have definitely gotten an entire segment dedicated to his memory. It's a shame that they snubbed him, but it goes to show you they don't really care about their actors. Yukiko So says, I 100% thought I was watching IO and I'm like, cool, it's Johnny, but then the music started playing and I'm like, what, Johnny, where am I? It's okay. It's okay. You're watching Top 10 Beyond the Screen, and it's going to be okay. Your boy Johnny is here for you, as well as the Bacon Bit fan. I see you. I see you. And that has been the top 10 celebrities who became homeless. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, then show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram for tons of behind the scenes content. Links for that will be in the description below. And while you're there, why don't you leave us a comment with your thoughts on this list. Plus, for more videos like this one, just tap that playlist when it pops up. From Top 10 Beyond the Screen, my name is Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy. Thank you for watching Inform Overload, and if you enjoy— see? I thought I was on IO right now. Itchy leg. Luckily luck. Now we can get an RV. There we go. Stop the video.